everybody. Today we're gonna read Goldieblox and the Parade Float. And what I love about the Goldieblox books, you get them in a kit that's like this, and it comes with a book and a little engineering kit, okay? So we're going to do some science as we read this story. Goldieblox and the Parade Float. We're Ruby and Goldie. It's nice to meet you. We've got a story to build. You can come along too. When you see this symbol, try to do what we do. It's the biggest event of the school year. The Miss Princess pageant is finally here. If I win the princess crown, I'll ride a parade float all through town. You've practiced your curtsies 1,000 times. You're gonna do great. It's your time to shine. And then she says, not so fast. That crown is mine. That's not very kind, is it? Ruby's performance was so full of grace, no one noticed Katinka snuck into the race. Step aside, girls, you're making me yawn. Just watch me as I twirl my baton. So now we're gonna build Katinka's baton right here. So it tells us to build Katinka's baton, we need 1 block. So I've sorted the items down here below. So I need 1 block and 2 short axles, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put an axle on each side of the block. And I know to do that because that's what it shows in the book. See, the block is in the middle and the axles are on the side, okay? So now we're going to turn the page and see what happens next. She added more blocks and more axles so big, her baton knocked off Miss Swanfeather's wig. So now we need to add more blocks and axles to make Katinka's baton bigger. Okay, so we're going to add another block and another axle. Do you see how adding more on makes it longer? Okay, that's her baton. Enough already, said Saul with a groan. It's time to announce the winner of the throne. Miss Ruby wins, hip hip hooray. All hail our princess of the town parade. So now we're going to build a throne for Ruby, okay? And we need 3 wheels, 1, 2, 3. We need 2 long axles, 1, 2, and we need 2 blocks. I'm gonna scoot Katinka and her baton out of the way and slide these pieces out of the way as well. And then we're gonna build her a throne, okay? So we start with the 2 pieces on the bottom, the 2 barrels, the wheels, and then we're gonna stick the long axles into the wheels like that and put a block at the top. And you know what I just realized? I went from 3 wheels right over here to 2 long axles. I missed that it said 1 short axle. So I'm gonna go ahead and get 1 short axle and we're gonna put it in 1 block, slide the other barrel on and then put it in the block, okay? Now we have made a throne for Ruby. Katinka was so sad. Her tears filled the ground. If she wasn't a dolphin, she could have drowned. Cheer up, let's build you a parade float. I'll help too, I didn't come to gloat. Check out this blueprint I designed. Let's follow it together, line by line. So now we have a blueprint, and a blueprint is a picture that you follow that tells you what to do. It's kind of like directions, okay? So, and it has it listed, step 1, step 2, step 3. So this is what you do in the right order. Okay, so we're gonna put it out so we can see it. First, we need our first axle here. We have 1, 2, 3 short axles and 2 blocks. That matches Katinka's baton. So we don't even need to make that right now. Okay, now we go down to step 2. What do we need to add? A barrel. Very good. Let's add a barrel here. And we're going to slide it through. You'll see there's a hole here in the middle. Slide it through that hole. And now we go down to step 3. What do I need to do now? We need another barrel, don't we? And we're going to slide it through that hole again. I'll explain why here in a few minutes. Okay, step 4. What do you see that's different on step 4? There's a little pink star over there. That's this piece here, okay? If you look out at Mom or Dad's car, you might see their wheels and they'll have something silver and shiny on the outside, and that's called the hubcap. And it's what's gonna keep the wheel from falling off. Okay, now we go down to step 5, and we need another one of these blockers to keep the wheels from falling off. Now look at what happens when I roll it. The wheels roll, okay? If I had put the axle through here, does the wheel roll? No, it has to go on the end to allow it to roll, okay? So now we go over here to step 6, and look, we need another one of those. So we're gonna put this to the side and start right back at step 1, okay? We need 3 short axles and 2 blocks. And we're just gonna push them together just like this, okay? And what do we need for step 2? A wheel. So slide that right on. Step 3, we need our other wheel. And then we need to block the wheels from falling off, because look what happens if I don't put that blocker on there. What happened to the wheel? It fell off. Okay, so we want to make sure that blocker is on there so it doesn't fall off. Step 5, we're going to add our other blocker. All right, now we're ready for step 6. We have this axle here with wheels, this axle here with wheels. What do we need here? Long axles. We need 2 long axles. And this is where I want you to pay close attention. Okay, when you put the axles in, you want to put them into the blocks, okay? If you put them into the tire, watch what happens when you go to roll it. Does it roll now? No, this one doesn't, because the axle stops it. Okay, you have to put it in the block, okay? And we're gonna connect the 2. Now you have made the framework of a car. That one came off, and that's okay. I just need to push it in a little more. You've made a framework of a car. They placed her throne atop the base. So we're gonna place her throne right up here. It was almost time to ride. Everything was in place. Katinka was giddy and ready to roll. Now if only there was someone to pull. Goldie thought for a moment and then said with a smile, "Attach Nacho's leash and she'll ride dog sled style." So now I'm gonna take the leash, and there's a Velcro part, and I'm gonna slide it so it goes under, and the Velcro attaches around the front axle, and then we're gonna put the leash on Nacho the dog. All right, let's see. What do you think will happen when Nacho pulls the parade float? Let's see. On the day of the parade, the whole town gathered to cheer for Katinka and Ruby, the Miss Princess Engineer. Now we're gonna pull Nacho, and what happens? The car moves, doesn't it? The parade float. As Nacho pulls, it moves the float. All right, I think there's one more page. Winning Miss Princess gave Ruby a thrill, but she was most proud of the parade float that she helped build. Goldie stood in the crown, chock full of pride, already dreaming up their next wild ride. I hope you enjoyed Goldieblox as much as I do. Have a good day.